students, how are you? I hope you all are fine. Dear students, this is Kanika, your English teacher, and today I am here to teach you chapter 3 of your course book. But before proceeding, tell me a thing. Do you like traveling? Yes, I mean to say, do you like to go to distant places? Yes, I know you all love to do this. Dear students, the story which we are going to read today is also about a traveler. Let us start. And the name of the story is The Great Traveler. Traveler means a person who travels from one place to another place. Okay? Before starting the chapter, you have to know the meaning of some words. Number one is keys. Keys means places where ships are loaded and unloaded. वो places जहाँ पे ships को load या फिर unload किया जाता है. Number two is fascinated. Fascinated means extremely interested. Number three, impressed. Impressed means had a good opinion for someone or something. Means कोई चीज या कोई person अच्छा लगना. Terrain. Terrain means an area of land having particular physical features. Okay. Number 5, escorted. Escorted means went along with someone means किसी के साथ जाना, उसकी कंपनी करना. Okay. Number 6, account. Account means a descriptions of past events. जो events past में हो चुके हैं उनकी description is called account. Okay. Dear students, we are going to read a story about Marco Polo, who was known to be one of the greatest travelers of his time. Venice is a rich and beautiful city in Italy. It was a very important port in the 13th century. Port here means seaport, means a place where ships come and go. Ships from France, Spain, Germany, and England came there. Now you are thinking about why ships used to come there, carry goods and travelers. They brought goods and travelers not only from these big European countries but also from Middle Eastern cities like Constantinople, which is now called Istanbul, Tyre, and Alexandria. मीन्स वेनिस इटली का एक बहुत इम्पोर्टेंट पोर्ट था जहाँ पर बहुत सी कंट्रीज़ की शिप्स आती थी. A young boy named Marco Polo used to roam the quays of Venice. Students, here you should know the meaning of two words, roam and quays. Roam means to move here and there unintentionally, means यहाँ वहाँ बिना वजह के घूमना. And quays I have already told you about. It means Marco Polo used to come to that place of Venice where ships were loaded and unloaded. Means Marco Polo एक यंग बॉय वेनिस के कीज में यहाँ वहाँ घूमता रहता था. He was eager to hear the news of his father Niccolo Polo and uncle Maffeo Polo, who were jewel merchants. Jewel merchants means someone in the business of jewelry, जो jewelry का business करे. Why did he used to roam there? Because he wanted to know about his father and uncle. Polo उस place पर क्यों घूमता था? Because वो अपने father और अपने अंकल के बारे में जानना चाहता था. They had gone off to distant lands to trade a few years before and Marco was sure that they would return soon. His father and uncle went at a place far away from him for business purpose and Marco was sure that they will come back soon. मीन्स मार्को के अंकल और फादर बहुत दूर बिजनेस के लिए गए हुए थे और मार्को श्योर था कि अब वो जल्दी ही वापस आने वाले हैं. यंग मार्को was fascinated by the strange story of faraway lands that he heard from the sailors and merchants around the port. He was particularly interested in the stories of the Mongols and their chief, Genghis Khan. The young boy was extremely interested after listening to the stories from merchants and sailors about distant places. अब मार्को पोलो कहाँ है? वेनिस में है। वहाँ के मर्चेंट्स और सेलर्स उसे कहानियाँ सुना रहे थे और ये सब सुनकर उसे बहुत मज़ा आ रहा था। ही पर्टिकुलरली वॉन्टेड टू नो मोर अबाउट मंगोल्स एंड देयर चीफ। अब उसे सबसे ज़्यादा किसके बारे में जानना था? मंगोल्स और उनके चीफ के बारे में। मंगोल्स मीन्स द पीपल ऑफ अ कंट्री नेम्ड मंगोलिया। जो मंगोलिया कंट्री के लोग हैं उन्हें क्या बोला जाता है? मंगोल। लाइक we are called Indians, they are called Mongols. They were great fighters and horsemen, and that time the terror of Europe. Terror means extreme fear. Marco's father and uncle had gone to China. There they visited the court of Genghis Khan's grandson Kublai Khan, who was at that time the ruler of Peking. कुबलाई खान वॉज इम्प्रेस्ड बाय द टू मर्चेंट्स। मीन्स मार्को के फादर और अंकल चाइना गए थे। चाइना में वो जेंगिस खान के ग्रैंडसन कुबलाई खान से मिले। ये वही जेंगिस खान है जिसके बारे में मार्को जानना चाहता था। वहाँ पर कुबलाई खान इन दोनों मर्चेंट से मिलकर बहुत इम्प्रेस हुआ। द पोलोस लेटर रिटर्न टू वेनिस। 2 years later, they set off for China again, this time taking Marco along with them. 2 years के बाद वो फिर से चाइना गए और इस बार वो अपने साथ मार्को को भी लेकर गए। They journeyed over land, visiting Jerusalem and Mosul. From there, they went to Ormuz on the Persian Gulf. Journeyed over land means this time they went by road, not by sea, and on their way they visited Jerusalem, Mosul, and Ormuz. While traveling over the hot plains of northern Persia, now Iran, Marco fell seriously ill. Therefore, when they reached the cooler countries, they stayed on for some time to allow Marco to recover. मीन्स उन्होंने बहुत से प्लेसेस विजिट किए। अब वो सब प्लेसेस कैसे थे? हॉट एरियाज़। हॉट एरियाज़ में घूमते हुए मार्को बीमार हो गया, इसीलिए जब कूलर कंट्रीज़ में वे पहुँचे तो उन्होंने वहाँ पर कुछ समय स्टे किया ताकि मार्को अच्छे से रिकवर कर सके। Later, they climbed the highlands of the Pamir and traveled towards the Gobi Desert. The Gobi Desert is a great stretch of land covered with ice and freezing cold winds. Bitterly cold winds blow over it all day, making life very difficult. Means, after visiting the places with hot climate, they went to Pamir and then Gobi Desert. It is a very cold desert covered with ice. It is so chilly that it makes difficult to stay for someone. Travelers took a month to cross this difficult terrain. When they reached Tangut in northwestern China, they were received by messengers of Kublai Khan, who escorted them to his court in Peking. And they took nearly a month to cross that area. And finally they reached Tangut, and servants of Kublai Khan received them and took them safely to his court. Means इस कोल्ड एरिया को क्रॉस करने में उन्हें पूरा 1 month लग गया और 1 month के बाद वो टेंगुट पहुंच गए जहां उनका वेलकम कुबलाई खान के मैसेंजर्स ने किया। The Europeans were given a warm welcome by the Mongol emperor, who took a great liking to young Marco. Means the Mongol emperor welcomed them and started liking young Marco. He sent Marco on many missions to distant parts of his vast empire. Means Mongol emperor मार्को को लाइक करने लगा और उसने अपने कई मिशंस के लिए मार्को को भेजा। Later, he made him the governor of a province. Province means an area within the country. So, Marco was made the governor, means one who can give orders to people. The Polos spent 17 years in China and finally returned to Venice by sea in 1295. After Marco Polo, no European traveled on this route for many years. Marco Polo wrote about his travels in his book The Travels of Marco Polo, which became very well known. मार्को पोलो ने अपने ट्रेवल्स के बारे में एक बुक लिखी जिसका नेम था द ट्रेवल्स ऑफ मार्को पोलो, और जो वेरी वेल नोन मीन्स जो बहुत फेमस हुई. Till the 19th century, this account was perhaps the only source of information for Europeans about China and its neighboring regions. It means from 13th to 19th century, his book was the only thing by which Europeans could get any information regarding China and its neighboring countries. The book awakened a lot of interest and in a way brought Europe closer to these regions. Means this book increased the interest of Europeans and hence brought Europe closer to these regions. Many years later, the book was read by Christopher Columbus, another great explorer, and he was inspired to sail to new lands. Means after so many years, Christopher Columbus read the book and he got so much impressed that he went to sail on new lands. Means he went to visit different countries on ship. Students, what we have learned? This is a story of a traveler, Marco Polo. In the beginning of the story, he was in Venice. He was waiting for his father and uncle. At that time, he listened the story of distant places by sailors and merchants. Story सुनता है वो. उसके बाद, after 2 years, he also went to China with his father and uncle. This time they went by road, not by sea. At that time, they faced many problems. After facing so many problems, finally they reached at the court of Mongol Emperor Kublai Khan. And Kublai Khan liked Marco very much. उसे Marco बहुत अच्छा लगा. So he made him governor of a province. उसने उसे क्या बनाया? गवर्नर बनाया. उसने उसको अपने कई मिशंस पे भेजा. Okay. He had spent 17 years in China. In 1295 they came back to Venice. 1295 में वो वेनिस में वापस आ गए. And then Marco Polo wrote a book about his traveling, जिसमें उसने अपनी traveling के बारे में लिखा. Okay. At that time, the book was the only source to get knowledge about China and its neighboring countries. Therefore, his book became very famous. Dear students, I hope you have understood the story very well. Let us do some book work now. Okay? Exercise A. A flowchart is given and we have to complete the flowchart. What is a flowchart? Flowchart is a diagram that represents a work flow. Means वो डायग्राम जिसमें वर्क फ्लो में रिप्रेजेंट किया जाता है. मीन्स स्टेप बाय स्टेप शो किया जाता है. एंड इन दिस फ्लो चार्ट वी हैव टू फिल द जर्नी ऑफ Marco Polo. Marco Polo started his journey from Venice. After that he went to Jerusalem, then Mosul, then Ormuz on the Persian Gulf, then northern Persia, then Gobi Desert, and in the last Tangut in northwestern China. Solve the crossword puzzle with the help of the clues given below. All the answers are names of places. Dear students, here we have to write the names of some places with the help of given clues. Across means from left to right and down means from top to bottom. Okay, try to solve this exercise. Circle the words in the box that are related to travel. Dear students, here are some words given और हमें उन words पे circle करना है जो कि traveling से related हैं. Choose the words that you have circled in sentences of your own. And we have to use the circled word in sentences. Means हमें sentences make करने हैं इन words को use करके. Students, in exercise C, there are some sets of words given. We have to arrange these sets in alphabetical order. Okay? Write down the plurals of these words. Students, in our last lesson, we have learnt about singular nouns and plural nouns. Today, we will learn some more rules for the formation of plural nouns, like nouns ending in F or FE form their plural by changing F or FE into V and adding ES. मीन्स जिन नाउन्स के एंड में F या FE हो उन नाउन्स को प्लूरल फॉर्म में चेंज करते हुए हम F को चेंज कर देते हैं V में एंड देन ऐड कर देते हैं ES. लाइक calf. Its plural form will be, we will remove F, it will be changed into V. And then we will write ES. Calf, calves. Okay? Knife, FE will be changed into V. ES. Knife, knives. Okay? Some nouns do not follow any rules, like child, children, ox, oxen, mouse, mice. Some nouns have the same singular and plural forms, like bison, bison, deer, deer. Okay? Circle the nouns in these sentences, then mark them as indicated nouns. In the masculine gender M, nouns in the feminine gender F, and nouns in the neuter gender N. Dear students, we have to circle nouns in these sentences. Okay, after that we have to mark them M, F or N. M for masculine gender, F for feminine gender, and N for neuter gender. First of all, you have to know the meaning of masculine, feminine and neuter gender. Dear students, you have learnt that nouns can be masculine, feminine or neuter. Let us understand this. What is masculine gender? Nouns that stand for boys, men or male animals are called masculine gender, like boy, father, lion. Okay, these are called masculine gender. Feminine gender, nouns that stand for girls, women or female animals are called feminine gender, like girls, mother, lioness. Okay, now neuter gender, nouns that are neither the name of females or males and stand for some lifeless things are called neuter gender, like table, chair, box, etc. Okay? Now, common gender, nouns that can be used for males or females are called common gender, like child, teacher, student. These are common gender. Okay?